Hey everyone, it's Jacob. This is vlog number 4, I think it is. Well, all the travel over the past few days, I've kind of lost track of time. But I finally made it to Spain. I'm here in Barcelona. That's the view from my hotel room, as you can see. It's a little dark and a little bit of glare, but it's a beautiful view here on the coast in Barcelona. And I'm here speaking at a conference on my new book, The Future Leader. And it was quite a long journey. I had an 11-hour flight to Frankfurt, then I had a 3-hour stopover, then I had a 2-hour flight from Frankfurt to Barcelona, a 30-minute car ride. Finally made it here, showed up quickly, looked at the conference venue where I'm going to be speaking, went to the gym, showered, changed, and that's where I am now. And now I'm going to go to an executive dinner on the 26th floor of the hotel here that I'm staying at. But of course, the big news today while I was traveling was the passing of Kobe Bryant. And I actually had no idea what was happening. I was actually sitting at the lounge in SFO, and I heard somebody talking about Kobe Bryant as if he passed away. And I'm like, that's weird. Why would you be talking about him like he's no longer here? And then when I got on the flight, I just started reading the news, and I saw what happened. And of course, it's very, very sad. And although I wasn't a huge, I mean, I am a fan of basketball, and I do like Kobe, but I'm not a hardcore basketball enthusiast, right? I don't watch every game, but of course, when there are important games on, I watch them. And of course, I know Kobe, and I've seen a lot of his games. But even though I'm not as big of a fan as other people who are out there, it still impacted me quite a bit, because when you hear about these famous people who are almost invincible, or seemingly invincible, who pass away in these tragedies, you realize that everybody's human and it can happen to anybody. Now, of course, Kobe wasn't the only one on the helicopter. There were a lot of other people on there who passed away as well, so it's unfortunate for everyone. But it really helps put things into perspective. And I remember I was sitting there on the flight thinking like, oh, I'm hungry. I probably should have picked up some other food. I got to fly for 11 hours. And I'm getting like these little annoying, irritating thoughts in my head. And then I read about Kobe Bryant. And it just really helps put things into perspective. That even if you're having a bad day, maybe even a bad week, you didn't get your right meal, you're late for an appointment, you didn't get a speaking gig, none of that stuff at the end of the day actually matters. If it's not something that's going to impact your life in 5 years, then don't even bother spending 5 minutes thinking about it. And really, at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to perspective. And for me, when I saw the news about Kobe, I was like, well, my family's healthy. We have a new baby that we're expecting in May. Thankfully, everything there is going well. And so I just really started thinking about all the things that I do have and all the things that I am grateful for. And all of a sudden, all the other little stuff became meaningless. Like an 11-hour flight, like who the F cares? You didn't get food for the flight. Who cares? That speaking didn't come through. Who cares? At the end of the day, like I said, my family's healthy. Everyone's doing fine. We don't have any, terrible tragedies that we're dealing with. So all the other stuff doesn't really matter. And it's unfortunate that it takes a tragedy like this for me to start to think about the things that I do have and the things that I should be grateful for. But I think it's a very good reminder for myself that when I'm having a bad day, when I'm having a bad week, when things aren't going my way, to just put things into perspective and to remember what I do have and what I should be thankful for. And that's my important lesson that I took away from the recent tragedy that happened. And I hope that's something that we can all take away. So put things into perspective. Give your kids a hug. Give your family members a hug. If you haven't talked to somebody in a while, call them up. Bring that conversation, right? Start having that conversation again. Really put things into perspective and focus on the things that matter. All right, hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's around past 7 o'clock here in Barcelona, so almost bedtime for me, but probably good morning to a lot of you around the world.